Michael notices something unsettling. Now that he isn't pushing, now that he isn't trying to solve or outrun what he feels, there is more of it. Not louder, not sharper, just present. The pressure hasn't vanished, it's spread. Instead of one tight point in his chest, there is a fullness, a sense that something large is moving inside him without direction. This is the moment he usually mistakes for danger. It's getting worse, a thought flickers. I should do something. His body reacts to that thought immediately. A tightening again, a subtle urge to contract inward. Because Michael has learned that when feelings expand, they must be contained quickly or they'll overwhelm him completely. In the past, this is where he'd reach for answers, meaning clarity. Why am I like this? What's causing this? What do I need to change? Clarity has always felt like control. If he could name it, define it, understand it, then maybe it wouldn't take over. But right now, clarity doesn't arrive. Instead, his system feels full. Not chaotic, not explosive, just full. Like a cup filled to the rim, afraid of the slightest movement. And something inside of him finally understands. This isn't confusion. It's uncontrolled experience. Michael hasn't needed answers. He's needed somewhere for this to exist. The realization doesn't come with relief. It comes with vulnerability. Because containment means allowing the feeling to be here without shrinking it. And that feels risky. He notices how carefully he's been holding himself. How even his breathing has been guarded. How his muscles are subtly engaged and ready to brace against an internal wave. There is fear beneath that effort. Not fear of emotion itself, but fear of being taken over by it. If I let this be here, his system wonders, will I disappear? So instead of pushing away, instead of diving into thought, Michael does something quieter. He imagines space. Not in his mind, but in his body. He notices the outline of himself, the edges, where his body ends and the room begins. His back against the chair, his feet touching the floor, there's something profoundly stabilizing about edges. They remind him, I exist here. The feeling inside him doesn't need to go anywhere, it just needs to know there's room. The pressure doesn't dissolve, but it stops threatening him. It's no longer everything. It's something within something larger. Michael feels emotion rise, not sharply, but like a tide that's finally allowed to come in. There's sadness there, fatigue, a deep, wordless grief for how long he's been holding it together. His throat tightens, his eyes burn, and here comes the familiar reflex. Pull it together. But this time he doesn't. He stays, not analyzing, not narrating, just staying. And something extraordinary happens. The feeling peaks and then settles. Not gone, not resolved, but held. He realizes then that overwhelm isn't the feeling itself. It's the absence of containment. When there's nowhere for experience to land, it spills everywhere. But when it's held, even imperfectly, it softens. Michael breathes, deeper now, not because he's calm, but because his system trusts the space it's in. This is not clarity, this is capacity, and capacity changes everything. If you're listening and feel something stir, if there's emotion you've been trying to manage, understand, or outrun, you don't need answers right now. You need space. Let this moment be a container. You are allowed to exist inside your experience without being consumed by it. And this is how overwhelm begins to loosen its grip.